This new anime series Terminator Zero popped up on my Netflix, and since I love the first two movies, I had to check it out.
Yeah, Terminator 2 is still one of the best movies I've ever seen. Arnold at his best.
And it's interesting because this anime series takes place in different time periods and introduces new characters that we haven't seen before. There's this scientist Malcolm Lee who is building an AI named Kokoro in 1997 Japan, and he has 3 kids. Meanwhile, I think her name is Aiko. She's a warrior from the future, or at least 2022 according to the storyline. And she travels back to 1997 to find Malcolm. And there's also another Terminator who time traveled and is searching for him too.
Every Terminator story has time travel, I guess. Or at least the ones I like. Honestly, I haven't watched the recent sequels. To me, only the first 2 movies are worthy.
And what about this anime series? It's pretty top-notch animation-wise because it's from Production I.G.
I liked it, but, it was way more philosophical than I was expecting.
Yeah, the scenes between Malcolm and the AI Kokoro stage a lot of the fundamental questions about our existence. They're actually debating what makes us human and also what is our human capacity for doing good and evil.
I feel like those scenes slow down the momentum of the series, though.
They can if you're expecting a non-stop action series, but even the first 2 Terminator films had philosophical moments. The second movie allowed us to see things through Sarah Connor's mind, especially as her relationship with Arnold's Terminator changed. We saw her warming up to him, and he also grew in his awareness by interacting with her son, John Connor.
But in Terminator Zero, I didn't feel the same way. Like, all the scenes with Malcolm and Kokoro felt more intellectual without the human warmth.
It's definitely an aesthetic choice that the filmmakers made on their part. What I noticed though is that the underlying premise of Kokoro's argument is that humans are naturally inclined toward evil, toward harming and hurting others, and I think that is a moral perspective that raises a lot of questions.
Why do you say that?
Well, if we want to get deep about it, we have to tackle the question of free will. So for example, if we have free will, then there has to be a choice between doing good and doing evil, right? I think what Kokoro's argument is suggesting is that humans tend toward doing evil through war and destruction, which is why Skynet has to take control. The topic of free will also raise a deeper question of, is there a standard for good and evil? Basically talking about an inherent moral law that applies to all cultures. Because even what Kokoro is identifying as evil, like humans going to war, is labeled as a standard in the value system of the story. So we also have to wonder, where did this standard come from? Is there a moral lawgiver that established these standards in the first place?
Whoa, that is going deep. I don't think the show went that far in exploring these topics. They were just working within the Terminator franchise tropes.
It's something to think about for sure. I mean, I love the animation, the visuals, the action, even the reveal of Masaki as a robot from the future in the series, because they all feel like something true to the Terminator world. But getting into these deeper topics is what science fiction does when it's really good.
You make me want to read more,
We'll work on a reading list as the next step.
Ooh, monthly book club, here we go.